Defenders. Greetings, discreet defenders. Well, tonight we are set up to test two 38 Special solid copper rounds. These are the fluted rounds produced by Lehigh, the 100 grain Xtreme Defender, loaded by Black Hills Ammunition as the Honey Badger. The other is the 140 grain Xtreme Penetrator, loaded by Underwood as the Xtreme Penetrator. Both of these are 38 Special plus P rounds. In previous testing, the Xtreme Penetrators averaged a little under 900 feet per second, and the Honey Badger averaged a little under 1,000 feet per second. The Xtreme Penetrator has a little bit more muzzle energy, and with that heavier bullet, it has a lot more momentum. So the Xtreme Penetrator will probably penetrate deeper in our gel test today. We have 4 layers of denim, the Ruger LCR with its 1.9-inch barrel, and we're going to shoot the Xtreme Penetrator first, and then the Honey Badger. If I can remember which way my cylinder rotates. Okay, yeah. We're going to shoot the Xtreme Penetrator first, and then we're going to shoot the Honey Badger. And then we'll take a look at the wound tracks. And we're definitely going to stop both of these bullets. I have an 18-inch gel column. Well, no, that's 18. I have a 19-inch gel column, backed by 2x4s. Big old kitty litter jar full of water to hold them in place. And we should be able to look at the design of the bullets afterward. All right, the Xtreme Penetrator has gotten, just to the back of the second block. All right, that's unexpected. I didn't think I would be able to stop the Xtreme Penetrator short of the 2x4s, but it looks like I have. All right, then we'll throw the Xtreme Defender in next, the 100 grain Honey Badger. And the Honey Badger, have we captured the Honey Badger? Yes, we have. All right, so both rounds have been stopped in the third block. And let's grab the ruler. The Honey Badger has gone inverted, has tumbled in the gel and turned itself around. And we can probably see those wound tracks a little bit better from the bottom. So we'll look at them that way. It appears that the Honey Badger has penetrated to just over 14 inches, which is similar to what we saw last year when we tested these. And the Xtreme Defender has penetrated 17 inches, just nosing out the back of that gel column. And it is nose forward, as we have seen in our other testing. The Honey Badger is just about to the bottom of the gel. It inverted. So we'll take a look at those. The Black Hills Honey Badger is on your left, and the Underwood Xtreme Penetrator is on your right. Again, these are both Lehigh loads, or Lehigh projectiles. The 100 grain Honey Badger looks like this. Looks the same coming out of the block as it did going in. The 140 grain Xtreme Penetrator looks like this. Again, same coming out of the block as it looked going in. No real difference there, just a longer column of copper on the 140 grain than on the 100 grain projectile. And a little bit deeper flutes on that Xtreme Penetrator Xtreme Defender / Honey Badger projectile. All right, now let's take a look at that gel column. I'm going to invert the central portion of the gel column. In fact, I'm just going to turn the whole thing over because it's closer to the surface this way. We'll scan down the length of the damage tracks here. Starting out, now it's upside down, so the Xtreme Penetrator is on the top, and the Honey Badger / Xtreme Defender is on the bottom. Down through the first 4 3/8 approximately inches of the block, the damage tracks are not particularly all that different to my eye, but there's definitely a lot more denim for some reason deposited by the Honey Badger through the middle of the damage track, and by the end there's a big dump of denim from the Xtreme Penetrator. It does appear that the Xtreme Penetrator is producing a bit wider wound track toward the middle of the block, and that the Honey Badger is producing a bit wider wound track toward the beginning. Maybe just a little bit more energy dump at the beginning. Honey Badger wound track is definitely thinning out through the center of the wound track, and there it comes to a stop at just past the 14-inch mark. Whereas the Xtreme Penetrator keeps plowing along to 17 inches. All right, that is an interesting result. So I would say that from the results we've seen here so far, I definitely favor the Xtreme Penetrator over the Honey Badger. The Honey Badger definitely costs less. I know Underwood also loads the same projectile that Black Hills refers to as the Honey Badger, and they term it the Xtreme Defender, but the Honey Badger costs less for whatever reason. Right, rather than make you dig through old videos, I figured I'd just rerun the chronograph portion of the testing between the Underwood loaded Xtreme Penetrators and the Black Hills Honey Badger. First up is going to be the Underwood loaded Xtreme Penetrators. Shooting from about 5 feet away. .857. 855. 858. 853. 845. The high on those penetrators is 858. The low was 845, and the average was 853. Extreme consistency tonight from the Underwood loaded Xtreme Penetrators. Next we'll do the Black Hills Honey Badgers. No read on that one. 950. 953. 964. No read on that one. All right. Let's grab 2 more of those Honey Badgers and see if we can't get a couple more readings to compare. We are losing the light, so we might not be able to. Might be stuck with 3 rounds, but we've tested them before, and those are within the range of expectation. Not registering. All right, let's see what those 3 rounds got. High of 964, low of 950, average of 955. So that's actually pretty decent. Both rounds are pretty consistent. Once again, that was our test of the 140 grain 38 Special Plus P Extreme Penetrators by Underwood versus the 100 grain 38 Special Plus P Black Hills Honey Badger. One final note on this week's test. I believe it was the denim getting caught in this little tiny cavity between the flutes on the Extreme Penetrator that increased the drag on this particular projectile and slowed it down in the gel, causing it to stop at 17 inches, which, if you think about it, makes the Extreme Penetrator even a slightly better round than we thought before, because we did have a little bit of over penetration with the bare gel, but not so with the denim test. All right, thanks folks. This is Dave for DDR. Have a great week.